Hello, I'm Chris, Suffolk record collector, back again. Another video. Some more records made it into the collection. This time they're mainly, apart from one, there's one excellent find here. This is Sunday, so as I'm doing the video, found it yesterday up on the market. Couldn't believe it. So that's one. So the rest are all commonish albums, all with a they were all cheap albums, with a bit of a progressive thingy to them. So they're all like progressive records. Anyway, like I said, yesterday I was up on the market and I'd gone to pick up a record that he brought in for me that I spoke to him a couple of weeks about. He said, "Yeah, I've got a copy True First of that. I'll bring it in for you." Not a rare record. It's not expensive. I mean, this was really cheap record. So the record I went up to pick up yesterday up on the market was a UK first pressing of Jethro Tull, Living in the Past. And this is the first. It's got the hard cover. And the cover itself, you know, it's all in one piece, but it's not the best. Just show you, it's been stored in the damp, so the pages have got damp and dried out. You know what I mean, sort of thing. But it's all there, no splits. And like I say, this is the True First with the hardback cover, with the booklet inside as well. Stapled inside, it should be. Just show you, there's lots of pages and pictures. So tidy-ish, not too bad. The records are a little bit better. The records are actually in very nice condition. You know, very strong VG plus for the records. I'll just say the second one. But for those that don't know, the tracks on here. So this is a double album. It's a comp, basically, but my goodness, what comp this is! I love this album. So it starts off side one, Song for Jeffrey, Love Story, Christmas Song, Living in the Past, Driving Song, and Beret. Side two is Sweet Dream, Singing All Day, Witch's Promise, Teacher, Inside, and Just Trying to Be Me. Side three, which is live recorded live at Carnegie Hall. There's just two tracks on here. By Kind Permission of and Dharma for one. And side four, Wondering Again, Locomotive Breath, Life is a Long Song, Up the Pool, Dr. Boogan Broom, From Later, and Nursey. Great album. Really love it. Sounds fucking amazing. It's a really good sounding record, which it should be. This is mastered by George Peckham. Signed Porky and that on the thingy, on the run out. So I think I paid £12 for this. Very nice. I've never owned it on vinyl. Got a CD of this, I'm sure I have, somewhere, but not listened to it for a long time. But you know, was looking out for a copy of this, so I got that. So that's what I went up there for. And when I was up there, I was chatting to him. He said, "Ah, I said, Chris, I've got a box of records here, brought in. Fill the racks up. Have a look, see if there's anything you want there before I price them up and put them in." So I thought, well, okay, yeah, I will do. So I go through the box, and immediately I'm thinking, yeah. Like always when he says this, there's stuff in that box I'm going to like. He knows it. So I'm going through. I come across copy of Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti, which I can see is an original or very early pressing. So I'm looking at that. Next to it was Led Zeppelin 4, and I happened to just say, before I was just pulling it out, the cover's in really nice nick. Is that first? I said, he said, yeah. He said, that's a US first, so it's Physical Graffiti. So I thought, oh, I don't really want US copies. So I didn't even ask how much they were. Carried on looking. And I come across this, which has been on my radar for a long time. I've not even seen it. It's not a rare record at all. But I don't think there's that many out there. Could be wrong. Again, literally, this was no money. I think I paid 15 quid for this, and this is a beautiful copy of "Get Your Dog Off Me" by Beggars Opera. And is it just me? But I do not like that cover. That surely couldn't have done any justice, because this is not a bad album at all. I really like it. Is it as good as their other albums? To me, yes it is, but it is a bit different, a little bit more commercial, a little bit. I'm pretty sure this was a follow-up to, I've got it. I can't think of what it's called now. But the one with on Vertigo was a big fold-out cover. I think this was the album after that, 'cause I think this was 73. It's on Vertigo, but it's on, 73. It's on the Spaceship label. Beautiful condition. Oh, this is stunning. Stunning. And like I say, 15 quid. I was not going to turn that down, and I want it anyway. I think I've only got, I think I need the second album, which is a Vertigo Press one. I've not come across that yet, but I think I've got most of the others. So tracks on here: Get Your Dog Off Me, Freestyle Ladies, Open Letter, Morning Day, Requiem. Side 2, Classical Gas, Sweet Blossom Woman, Turn Your Money Green, La-Di-Da, and Working Man. And I think there was a slight line-up change for this album. I'm not 100% sure. Should have done my homework, shouldn't I? But I've been too busy last night listening to it. It's a great album. It really is a really good album, and I really do like that one. That's Beggars Opera. So I pull that out, put it to one side, and I put another Tull album out actually, which I didn't get because that was only, I was silly really. I should have done, and I'll explain why. It was a copy of Thick as a Brick. It's a UK first, but the vinyl was just VG, and I like it. But I don't want to be putting VGs in my collection. But the cover was the original cover, all intact, newspaper and everything. And I should have bought it just for that, in the hope of finding one without the proper cover, but the vinyl. It was really nice. But I haven't. I decided not to. And I'm thinking now I should have really bought it, but we often do things like this, don't we? I expect I'll go back next week and that'll have been sold. So, at the end of that. But I did find, at the same time as I found the Beggars Opera, this. Now, this band have been on my radar for a while. I know of them. I'm not consciously sat down and really listened to any of their music though. They're a prog band. This album's from 1970. I'd say prog. They're a prog band, but they're labelled as a art rock / prog band on Discogs. And I've been quite blown away. I listened to this over the weekend, like last night, and earlier this morning. I'm really quite blown away by this. It's really good. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the band Audience. and the album's called Friends, Friends, Friend. You see that? Amazing cover. This is an original from 1970 in absolutely stunning condition. You see that? I love the artwork. Fantastic, fantastic. Like I say, released in 1970 on Charisma. So it's on the Charisma Scroll label, and look at this condition. That is bloody stunning. That's as near to near mint for a record from 1970 you are going to find, I'm telling you. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful thing. Now, I don't know if this is a rare record or not. I've not seen it before. Never seen a copy of this before. But I haven't really been looking for albums by this band. I mean, this just happened to turn up, and I gave it a shot, and so pleased I did. Tracks on here. So, side one, Nothing You Do, Belladonna Moonshine. It's brilliant. It Brings a Tear, Raid, right on their side, brilliant. Ebony Variations, Priestess, and Friends, Friends, Friend. The people here in the band were Howard Worth, acoustic guitar, banjo and lead vocals, Keith Gemmell, saxes, all woodwind, Tony Connor, drums, percussion and piano, and Trevor Williams, bass guitar and vocals. And the sound that they get is absolutely top notch. It really, really is. So there's influences of so many different types of music in here. There's influences from jazz, from psych, there's prog, folk, but they're all used to create this sound, which, you know, it's a hard one to put into to pigeonhole. But audience, Friends, Friends, Friend is an excellent album. So I'm so pleased to have found it. It wasn't terribly expensive at all. It looks like an album that should cost a lot of money, doesn't it? And to me, it sounds like one as well. But this doesn't carry a massively high price. But I just haven't seen it about before, so you guys in the comments tell me. But I'm just so pleased to have found it. That's a really, really good progressive album, and that's the sort of music that really I really am liking. So next, so these now, that was the three from yesterday. These are records that I've picked up since Christmas, and they were all like fairly cheapies, of a progressive sort of nature, and they've all got in common, they are in fantastic, and I mean fantastic condition. This one cost me £5. What can you buy for £5 today? Yeah. So what did I get for my £5? Well, I bought this for one track because I don't know anything much about the band apart from the one track that is on this album, and that is the band Prelude, and the album's called How Long Is Forever. So this is from 1973, and it's a folky, more on the commercial folk side. Yeah. It's released on Dawn Records in 1973. Beautiful condition. I mean, look at that. Beautiful condition. Now, it's okay. I like my folk to be a little bit more progressive. coming away from the more commercial side of it. But saying that, that's pleasant. But I bought it for the track on here. You probably know. They did a vocal version of Neil Young's "After the Gold Rush," which is fucking phenomenal. I love that track. I remember it when I was a right little kid, being played on the radio, and has stuck with me ever since. Yeah, but the rest of the album, I mean, "Carry Me" is not bad. "Paris Morning's" good track, but the rest of it is pretty much forgettable, really, in my opinion. For me, for what I like to listen to. But I wasn't sure if I was going to keep this, but yeah, I am going to keep it, just because of that track, "After the Gold Rush." I mean, it's head and shoulders above anything else on this record. An interesting thing though on here, so Prelude, and I believe this is their debut album, are Ian Vardy, vocals, 6 and 12 string guitar; Irene Hume, vocals and auto harp; and Brian Hume, vocals and lead guitar. But that says here, thanks to Dave Peacock, bass, and Pick Withers, drums and congas. So Pick Withers went on after this. He was in Dire Straits, wasn't he? He was the original drummer with Dire Straits. What else he's done, I don't know, but the name is familiar. So that cost me a £5. Beautiful copy. Yeah, I think I'll keep it. So that was that one. Next, again, I can't remember what I paid for this, but it wasn't a great deal of money at all. Probably about 15 quid. And that's T-Rex album, and that's Bolan's Zip Gun. This is a great album. I do really like this for a later T-Rex album. Really nice, and it's got a die cut sleeve. You can see that in the middle, and that's in perfect condition. But because this is a laminated cover, sort of laminated cover, I think that's protected this very, very well. So that survived beautifully. I mean, the cover is in beautiful condition. Come with its original inner. That would be the bit inside that you would see in the diamond. Okay, I think this was released in 75. 75, 74, 75. Released in 75. Some of it's from 74. Beautiful condition, absolutely stunning. Don't think this had ever been played. A lot of these records, the last 4 that I'm showing, I really don't think had ever been played, or if they had, very, very, very little. And this is pretty good. I really like this. When we get to this period of his output, you know, some of us are a bit tired, you know. He did come back again, didn't he? Went away and come back, but this is before then. So, yeah, very good. Very good track-wise on here. Side 1, Light of Love, Solid Baby, Precious Star, Token of My Love, Space Boss, Things Inc. Side 2, Till Dawn, Girl in the Thunderbolt Suit, I Really Love You Babe, Golden Belt, and Zip Gun Boogie. Yeah, great album from 75 of his. Well worth checking out. I do like T-Rex, I must admit, but his catalogue is of varying. You know, it's not consistently amazing, is it? You know, there are various albums that are much better than others. Yeah, this is a good prog album. This one. This was everywhere. Back in the day when this was released, this was so popular, so popular. Not a hard record to find at all. It's been reissued a ton, but this is an original UK first. And we're talking about Camel and music inspired by the Snow Goose. Bloody brilliant album. It really is good. And this is so brand new. Fully laminated cover, which it should be. This was released in 74, I want to say. 74? Oh, we'll have a look. It comes with its original inner. Yeah. And it is from, let's have a look. I'll show you. It's released on Decca. 75. I mean, look at that. That is stunning. This had never seen the turntable. This is like in archive condition. This is just unheard of. Beautiful to get this. And this wasn't expensive at all. Very cheap. You know, not a scarce record. But when you get an original 75 pressing like this, in this condition, they're hard to find. Hard to find in this condition. Always hard to find in this condition. So, track wise, side one, The Great Marsh, Rayada Goes to Town, Sanctuary, Fritha, The Snow Goose, Friendship, Migration, and Rayada Alone. Side two, Flight of the Snow Goose, Preparation, Dunkirk, Epitaph, Fritha Alone, The Princess Perudu, and The Great Marsh. Beautiful. And it's an amazing piece of music. If you've never heard this, I mean, Camel were just brilliant. But as they went on, their music become to me less so for me. Their first like 5 albums, yeah, really, really good. And I believe this is their third. This was follow up to the one with the camel on the front. Look like the cigarette pack. I can't remember what it's called now. I've got it. But yeah, great album. That's Snow Goose, music inspired by the Snow Goose, which was a TV dramatisation, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen it. I might have done. We'll see. And lastly, again, extremely cheap, but well, stunning copy, because I've always had this record in my collection from right when it first came out in 78, I believe it's coming in 78. It's a prog album coming out in 78. I wonder what that could be. But I've always had it. That's a monster of an album. But I purged it out of my collection, I don't know. I bought a CD box set of this, like 7-disc box set, 25th anniversary, or whatever it was, I can't remember. And I let my copy of this album go, which weren't at first press, I don't think, anyway. It's a second or something. But I see this, and I thought, yeah, I really want to listen to it on vinyl. I've got an amazing band. That sounds amazing. That's got like 5.1 surround sound mix and everything. That's a real good box set, CD box set. And I always thought that's the definitive way to listen to this. But I found this, and we're talking about a copy of Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. Okay, this is an original UK first pressing. Look at the condition of that. Absolutely stunning. And I honestly don't think this has ever seen a turntable. It's got the original booklet with it. Okay, with it. No creases, no nothing. It's just lovely. I mean, we all know this record, or we should do. It's a phenomenal record that I have had since I was about, I don't know, how old was I? I've been in 78, so I'd have bought this probably in 78. 15. Originally bought this when I was like 15, and I've listened to it off and on ever since. And I never ever tire of it. The music is just fucking phenomenal. like I say, this is an original UK first pressing. I'll just show you one of the records. Look at that. I would say that was totally fucking unplayed. Look at that. That's a beauty. I just love this record. I mean, you've got Julie Covington on here, amazing voice. You've got Guy from the Moody Blues, where it's Justin Hayward on here, amazing. You've got David Essex on here, and even he's pretty bloody good on here. You've got Phil Lynott on here, who's just phenomenal as Parson Nathaniel. Yeah, a great album. And the first pressing of this is a beautiful sound, beautiful condition. The first pressing, it's like brand new. It sounds pretty amazing on my system. Really pleased to have had this, and I think I paid £15 for this, for a stunning, beautiful, original press. What is the modern reissue cost of this today? I don't know, but it's got to be about 34, 35 quid, isn't it? I don't know, but I would imagine it's still in print, yeah. So that's the records I found recently. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who tunes in and watches my videos. Thank you very much. That means an awful lot. Thank you everybody who subscribes and watches the videos and thumbs up and comments. All comments welcome. You know, that's always good. The comments. And until the next one, stay good everyone.